All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a short video, I think. So I already found the problem on this BMW. Well, for those that doesn't know, this is a 1993 BMW 325i convertible. So that's how it looks. On the previous video, I checked. The car problem was a crank, no start, and I have uh, a spark but no fuel. So I removed the rear seat to check the fuel pump connector, make sure I have power and ground, and I didn't. But first of all, I have on these vehicles you have the main relay right here, the fuel pump relay, and then the fuse for the fuel pump is this blue one here, which will be 11. So one, two, sorry, that's the cover right here. I found the right wire diagram because I was using not the correct one. It's a little hard sometimes to find the right information, especially for diesel vehicles. But so what I end up doing, I rig a test light from the main power relay. As you can see, I have that. One second, guys. Let me check what's going on with the camera. All right, so I put the test light connected to the wire, which will be the power fed, which we can use on even on this diagram. There is not the correct, at least that is correct. So you can see here we got the engine control module relay, which is the same. Right? So I'm connected to the red white wire that will supply power to a whole bunch of things, but it also let me make sure I'm saying this correct. So when this energizes, yes. So we have power coming from the main relay and it will close. I'm sorry. When this energizes, it will close and also will supply power to the fuel pump relay. So again, right now the car is just starting. I know I'm making a little bit longer of the video, but I want to show you what the procedure, kind of like explanation of what I did before. So I'm putting the, so as you can see, car runs. We got RPMs and everything, and the test light is on. So that's the main relay power. And when I turn it off, that takes like 4 seconds and it goes away. All right, so I'm like, okay, so when the car was experiencing the issues, this main relay wasn't coming on. So what I end up doing, I poke a wire on the ground, which the control from the computer is a ground side switch for those relays. So I rig myself a fuse ground just to make sure, it's nothing going to happen. And when I put that ground, the car ran. I'm like, okay, well, so the computer is not grounding that circuit, which is, important for everything. But still, the car is now running. I cannot reproduce the issue. So I'm like, I start thinking, what can also be giving us an issue that the computer will not ground the relays or, controls, right? I'm like, okay, so I went, dig information, and this has a crank sensor, which is on the um, vibration damper on the front. Very easy to see here. So I'm going to point. So that's the crank sensor right here. And the wire goes up and it goes, and at least that's how they have it here. It runs in front and right next to the vibration damper. So I'm like, it's very, um, how can I say, like the wire is like it looks like a plastic pipe. So it's no longer soft, but I hope I can show this on the video. Let me put more light here. Again, visual inspection. Try not to drop the camera or my light. And I'm trying to locate this spot. Okay, I think that's perfect. All right, so hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna go with a screwdriver, and that's the crank sensor wire. See that? It's almost halfway through. So yeah, right now it's not rubbing in the belt, which I didn't touch. So maybe temperature or you know the same air from the fan and moved it, and now it's not touching. But you can see that that wire is pretty much gone. So the issue with this vehicle is the crank sensor. At least that's what I think. So I ordered a crank sensor. I'm going to see if I can reproduce the problem. I'm going to push that wire there and start the car, see if it doesn't start. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, I pushed that wire right where exactly it was, and it's not hitting the belt. It's hitting exactly on the pulley. So right now it's sitting. It's a little hard to focus and show that. Let me see if he. Yeah, it's very hard to for you guys to see now. But right now the wire is hitting on the crankshaft uh, vibration damper pulley, and that is the middle. So I bet you right now we will have a no start. And so to get everything rigged out the same, I'm going to move this ball. So that's all I did. Move that wire. So we still got that signal. It's not rubbing. Because, yeah, if we got the signal, it will start. Hmm. I can pretty sure say that that is the issue. It's a little hard to reproduce because right now the car is running. Still runs. So somehow that move and it's not giving the issue because right now we got activation on there. But definitely, if the car sees a problem with the crank sensor, it's not going to work like that. So I'm crossing my fingers. That's the only thing I can see. I don't see any water intrusion on the computer, and that's what I'm going to call the issue. I think I'm correct in my assumption. All right, guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I mean the car is running good, so it's going to be no difference even with the new sensor. But the only thing I can do is replace that and let the customer take the car because I ain't going to do anything else if I cannot reproduce the problem. I'm going to try a little more tries on that cable. Otherwise, this is the end of the video and uh, hope you guys like the content and don't forget to subscribe. Again, visual inspection is super important. And some people says like, "Why you still using test lights or bulbs to do diagnosis?" Excuse me, but you need to load test. How can you check a power feed if you're connected DBM? It will tell you you got 13, 14 volts, but how many amps you have in there? Is that circuit able to hold or make a motor like a pump move? No, so the only way that you can check that is put on a load. In this case, a 4.2 amp load without a halogen bulb. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot.